Big Z Reviews. John Wick 4 is the newest in one of the greatest action series we've ever seen, and it is surprisingly like one of the best of all the John Wick movies, except for the first one, possibly. Like, I really loved it.
Challenge you to single combat.
If you win, you'll have your freedom.
And when I see you, I'ma take what I want, so
Amen.
you ain't real, hope y'all feel the wrath of the killer.
So this was again directed by Chad Stahelski and stars Keanu Reeves as John Wick. You also have returning characters like Lawrence Fishburne and Lance Reddick for a little bit, R.I.P. And you have some new characters that come into, like Bill Skarsgård as the Marquis, who's like the main villain that still wants John Wick dead. And you have Donnie Yen as Kane, who is this blind assassin that the Marquis makes kill, like, to avoid him killing his daughter. Like, but they used to be friends, but then now they have to spend most of the movie fighting each other. And you have Shamir Anderson as the tracker. And you have Rina Sawayama as Akira. And you have and Hiroyuki Sanada as Shimazu, like Akira's dad. Is also a friend of John Wick that is like kind of helping him, and maybe to his detriment. But it's essentially you have another big John Wick film, and it's like some of the best action you ever see on the big screen. And like you see like the stunt crew, like there's so many different stunts throughout the film, and like they're like these giant set pieces. Like you have like multiple different set pieces that are all like, they're all amazing. Like, I don't want to spoil any of the set pieces, but like there's so many different ones you have, like in different like buildings. You have like these giant fights that take place for like 15-20 minutes, and there's this like the evolving fights. They just keep going on and on. And it's just that like John Wick has to just keep going and keep going and keep going. And you see the most like it's tough to say what the favorite was. I think maybe my favorite, I'll have to when I watch it again. I think my favorite might have been like the outdoors like stairway scene. Like there were these giant sets of stairs that he has to climb so he could have a duel with the Marquis to get his freedom. And like he like it keeps going, and the Marquis has all of his men trying to stop him from going to the duel, but like he has to like keep going up the stairs, and he like knocks back down. He has to go back up and knock back down and go back up, and it's kind of like the showcase of the whole movie, and like who he is, and this like it's like the Greek tragedy sort of story of like I forget what the one god that's sentenced to always roll up the stone up the hill constantly. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but it feels like that, and but like all the stuff like I'm like they have the act, like I don't know if I don't think John Wick would do like the stair roll downs. But I mean, it looks like John Wick. I'm sure they have a stuntman. But the stuntman, I mean, you just have, like, there's no way to fake a stair roll. You have to just roll down the stairs. I mean, like, they might pad the stairs up, and they might, like, put extra padding on the person under the suit. But you just have to do the stair roll. And there are, like, multiple other, like, on escalators and different stair rolls throughout the film. And you see, like, the stunt team is like so amazing. And it's funny, a couple times, the different times that like the stuntmen, like the people John Wick has to kill, they have like helmets and masks. I always think that each stuntman had to get killed at least twice, in the different times in the movie, like when without the all the gear, But like, and John Wick, like you kind of see in the last one, it felt like John Wick was slowing down a little bit, especially against like some of the people he was going against that were from the raid. Like he looked slower, but I think did a lot of training for this. He looked just as good as he did in the first John Wick. And other people, the action greats coming in like Scott Adkins in a fad suit, Like it kind of reminded me of the retired Taekwondo champion from season 2 of Barry. Like because he was like he's Scott Adkins, but he's in a fat suit and he has an asthma thing. So it's like it kind of reminded me of that. And it's really fun. Like that's like he's part of like the big another nightclub battle. And all the fights with Donnie Yen are amazing. Although he's again kind of playing a blind guy that is able to fight like he's not blind. Like, but I mean, he's really good at it. So more power to him. And it's just an excellent film. I guess it's so interesting to see what they're gonna do with this universe. But I think there's like a Peacock show, and I think they might do a couple like of offshoots of it of different characters. But like, it seems like they want to kind of finish the main John Wick story, but like you don't know. Like there's like after it did so well, I think they're probably like we could do a 5, but I don't know. Like I like the ending they gave John Wick in this film, but like there's options to do other things. Like I don't want to spoil anything, but like they could do more films if they wanted to. But at the same time, I think it'd be interesting to move on in this world. And at the same time, like it's so funny. I love this world that like all these fights are going on and there's never a police officer involved. And like it kind of explained in the first one. I think like still the first one's still probably my favorite, but this one is probably my second favorite out of all of them. Like it is a really good epic action flick. Like I would highly recommend it. I'd probably give like a 9.5 out of 10. But thanks for watching. If you want to see more of me, you can subscribe down below. Thanks.